Welcome to J&J Adventures, where two friends turn their curiosity into stories made for you. Now introducing your hosts, Jake and Josh.
Hello! Welcome to J&J Adventures. Take 2 for us because we just screwed up. Ran out of memory on our video. So if the video goes out this time, it goes out.
That's what's going to happen.
And we're going to keep...
I feel like we had a really strong start. I feel like when you do something for the second time, it never goes as well as the first time.
Which it's already going better because it was kind of awkward because the first time you were on your phone and it was just
I
bothering
was
me.
looking something
It was
up.
bothering me.
Was
It was
looking
bothering me.
something
Were you
up.
looking up that stupid saying?
Yes.
Why? Where did you
I
get
don't
the
know.
stupid saying?
It came across my head, and I've never heard the end of it.
All right, well, let's get into what we wanted to talk about.
Hey! We're not doing that this time?
I mean, I guess, yeah, we started the song with Flogging Molly, Drunken Lullaby,
Might as well do it now.
Lullabies.
Da, we hear a song in our head, blah, blah, blah. Hey!
Well, no, the song's over now.
Oh, well, we messed that one up.
But it didn't mess it up. It was playing before. So, yeah. Welcome to J&J Adventures. This is episode 31.
We're here.
We're here.
We ain't queer.
We ain't queer. It has a $3 bill.
No, $2 bill.
Which, by the way, that's one thing we have to talk about.
Yeah.
For the longest time, Josh has always said queer is a $2 bill.
Because that is the way it goes.
It's not the saying. And it's always bothered me that Josh has always said it that way. The correct saying is queer is a $3 bill.
And I've never agreed with it until my Uncle Jerry came over.
Yep.
And I don't remember what was the context
I
of
don't
the conversation.
either. He was outside cooking.
But he said that's as queer as a $3 bill.
And I went,
and
yeah!
Jake
Woo!
Yeah, he lost it. Just like he just
did
did
great.
right there.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, Josh, hey Josh, Jerry, what'd you say again? Huh? Oh, queer is a $3 bill? Yeah. Like it's as gay as a football bat. That's just those are the sayings, okay? I don't make them up. I just enforce them.
Well, maybe I misheard it, but I'm still going with queer as a $2 bill. It's just more natural to me.
Well, it's not the saying.
I'm never going to change it.
It's not the saying.
Never
Well, let's
gonna
go
change
from
it.
Josh being wrong to Josh's dream.
Yeah.
So, you like that
Well,
segue?
extreme. But
Well,
yeah.
No, it can still be your dream. You're only 28.
Still be cool.
You're only 28. Okay, so there's a new show on Netflix. It's called Blown Away. And basically on this show, they get glass blowers from all over, just like that.
Thing.
Yeah, they look like a gay thing. They get people from all over to basically blow glass in this competition. So it's just like every other competition that you
Forge
see.
and Fire.
Forge and Fire,
Ink
Master,
Masters,
Top Chef, all of
cooking
those
shows.
all of those different ones. So we were watching it, and Josh is like, I had a dream once that I wanted to blow glass.
I did. That was a
You're
pure
28. You
passion
can
of
still
mine
do
that
it.
I wanted to do.
So where did this come from? Like, did you see
Smoking
it somewhere?
weed.
No. Oh, like bowls,
Like buying like
bongs
glass,
and stuff.
and I just was so fast. I thought it was like I'd walk into these shops that I wasn't legally allowed to be in, but somehow I got in them.
And how old are you at this point?
Like 12 or 13 years old.
Okay.
And I'm just looking at these things, and I'm so amazed by them. They're just amazing. They're beautiful. So then I start doing all this research. I start finding out where I can buy this stuff, how much it's going to cost, how to properly set it up, how to actually do it.
Yeah.
Like that was like when I wasn't smoking pot or going to school. I was pretty much researching how to do that. And that's great radio right there. Dog's barking.
Please get her.
She hated my.
Please get her. Okay, but please get her. Thank you.
We only have 30 minutes for this.
We have
this
30
whole
minutes. We have a
thing.
lot to talk about. And my dog is ruining it.
That was Belly.
I'm gonna beat
that was
her.
Belly.
Just kidding. I don't.
Belly has a flat belly. Yep, twice. That's
Yep,
awesome.
that's okay.
Brooke's gonna come up here and
See,
talk. I guarantee
Welcome
it.
people that are watching video again.
Yeah,
so
that's a special thing for you
video,
folks that don't
video
like
is uncut,
podcasts.
unedited. I don't really do anything to it. I just throw the intro, outro on, and that's it. That's all I put on there. It's like you're hanging out with us. You're in the room with us. You get to see our awesome posters. You get to hear the dogs bark.
And here comes my wife that will probably start talking and walk in front of the camera as well.
Hello, Brooke. Welcome to the Anarchy. That is our show.
Yeah. We're all about crazy segments and loving our wives.
Yep.
And there she is. And thank you so much.
Her hubby a coffee. Where's mine?
You didn't ask for one.
No, I didn't ask for one. I'm just kidding. So we're talking about Josh's dream. So let's talk more about...
I was done with it.
You're done with it?
Yeah, blowing glass. I always want to do it. I think it'd be cool.
Well, why can't you still do it?
I mean, one, it costs a lot of money.
Okay.
2, it probably takes way more time than I'm willing to put into it. And 3, I don't think I'm really that artistic.
You're not autistic.
I know I'm not.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
be artistic. Artistic.
I'm just kidding. All right, whatever. Let's get into how we're becoming old people.
Yeah.
Because
I never thought there was a day that before we started this podcast, we played 3 games of
Rummy.
I wasn't reading your list.
Yeah, you better
I
not.
was not,
You better not.
I'm just waiting for that segment. But we played 3 games of Rummy, and then I'm like, hey, guys, we should have a couples tournament for euchre. Best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And then
we really like playing cards.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
we're
fun.
not even 30 yet, and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get together and play cards with my friends. It's gonna be so much fun.
And not Cards Against Humanity. We're
not
talking
real like cards.
real
like
cards.
euchre,
Cards that you have to like care
Rummy. Those are the only 2 games we know right now.
about. We could learn more.
We could, but those are the only 2 games we know right now. So, we really don't have anything else to talk about. Do we want to get into top 5 video games?
Do you really want to jump ahead? You don't
Already?
want to talk about how much Eminem sucks or?
Yeah, let's
Okay, never mind.
let's do that. No, let's talk about Eminem.
He's terrible. That's
Why?
all I have to say.
Why?
He's lost his flow.
But like, there has to be a reason
My
for
wife
that.
is strongly disagreeing.
There has to be a
against
reason.
everything I'm
I will
saying.
say he
Ever
does.
since Kamikaze came out, it
Well,
sucks.
no, it's
Ever since
before
2
that.
albums ago,
Yeah.
his flow is gone. He sounds the same. We just listened to that song today with that Sharon.
Ba-dubba-dubba. Ba-dubba-dubba. But like old Eminem used to be like.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, like you
and I want the raw emotion.
Yeah,
I want like
you want the
him
emotion?
talking about. You know what it really is.
What's
why
that?
he lost it?
because he's
Because
old.
and he lives a life of luxury, and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why
true.
MGK was right in his diss. It's like, what do you have to write about anymore? Living in your house of luxury,
Yeah.
walking around in suede jumpsuits all day. I mean, you don't live a hard life no more.
That's
You're not
true.
about the hustle. You can't talk about stuff that happened 30 years ago.
That's very true. I never even thought of that. Which,
I
by the way,
actually just
I
thought
wanted
about
to. I wanted to bring. So I was watching the show. We didn't talk about this yet. So this is kind of.
I like
to.
I like the new stuff.
So I was watching the show Mindhunter again on Netflix. I've watched the.
Great show.
I've watched. This is now my 4th time watching
Really?
through season 1. Which, by the way, season 2 comes out August 16th.
I saw you.
If you haven't
say
seen
that on Facebook.
If you haven't seen Mindhunter yet, it's the
On
best
Netflix.
show on Netflix.
It's really good.
The best show. It's basically about.
Serial killers before they were
Uh,
serial killers.
Well, it's
really about
the FBI
yeah.
interviewing serial killers that have already become serial.
And it's
They're trying
based
to
off
figure
of a
out.
true story.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out the serial killer's mind.
Because
So-
before it was called sequence killers.
So my thought was this:
Spoiler alert.
do you think so? And this goes with like people in general, but nowadays we literally live lives of luxury compared to, let's say, 1,000 years ago.
Oh, for sure.
So do you think the reason that there weren't so many, documented serial killers back then is because they were worried about living their lives? And now that we literally only have to worry about, like, money, that it just has screwed up
Well-
our minds so much. We're getting real deep right now.
Well, no, I think back that far back, there was just no way to document it, or
True.
let
Or
alone
nobody found
catch
it,
them.
yeah.
Like you could probably
Well,
be
like
a
the
serial
only
killer.
one that I can think of that is not that recent is the Jack the Ripper. That's the only
Oh,
one that I
yeah.
can think of, which they never caught him.
No,
They never caught him.
because they had no way to catch him. Like they would have had to literally catch him with a bloody
in
knife
the,
in
in
his
the,
hand,
in the act.
or figure out they had. There was just no way to do it. It was
Yeah.
always at night. Nobody could see him.
But still, I feel like, I guess.
There's no DNA.
No, I know.
There's no. I mean, literally,
So
all
do
he
you
would
think,
have to do is burn it or throw it in the
there's
river.
more serial killers now as opposed to then,
I would
or
say
the
it's
same
probably
amount?
the same, dude. I don't think we got sicker as life went on. I just think people have been sick. Because really, when you think about it, back in the day, if you really want to get crazy about it and think about it, all the documented serial killers were like politicians or like kings. Or
Yeah.
When you really think
True.
about it,
Yeah,
like,
true.
okay,
They had the power to
Pre-Hitler.
chop people's heads
yeah,
off.
pre-Hitler, yeah,
What'd you look at me like that for? Chop his head off!
yeah, exactly. Put his head on a stick. But think about that.
True.
I mean, there might not have been as many guys running around on the street as a psychopath, but the psychopaths were the guys in charge.
That's why I think people care so much about politics, is because we literally have nothing else to worry about.
Whoa. You said we weren't doing politics today. I brought
We're not
up
doing
politics.
politics.
and
No, we're not
you're
doing
talking
politics.
about politics.
No, listen, I'm saying that this is why I think people care so much about politics.
Jerry, tell him why he's wrong.
Most
Comment
pe-
right now why he's wrong.
Most people care about politics because they don't have as much to worry about. You don't have to go fight for your
yeah.
food. You don't have to, worry about where you're going to... Well, some people have to worry about where they're going to sleep. But most people in today's world don't.
No,
So
yeah.
they watch politics, it's drama, then they fight with people on social media. It's stuff to do.
Yeah.
When you're bored, that's what you do. Other than the past like 200 years, do you think that anyone was ever actually bored?
No,
I really don't.
no,
They were trying to live and
Yeah.
survive.
and like do stuff.
yeah.
And, like you weren't bored because you would just go out and do something. Like I just feel like
Like binge
Yeah, yeah.
watching is like a 10 to 15 year. It's been like 10, 15
not
years.
even that long.
Yeah. So
I
like,
mean, you used to
that's
be able
what
to,
you do when you're
you used to
bored.
be able to binge watch like DVD series when they started coming out, but even then, those were expensive.
yeah.
It was Netflix that did that, and that's not even 10. That's like in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
But before that,
Well, there was like
there
DVDs.
was the
there's
there was-
DVDs that you could use.
I know, but still, I mean, but even before that, I mean, it just goes back to in my day, I didn't have to look at a TV. I'd go out with a little stick and kill a rabbit.
yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know. But I agree with what you're saying. People had to care more.
Yeah.
Now we just don't have to care.
No, we have our every meal pretty much is there. We don't
Yeah.
have to go fight for it again, and some people do.
Yeah.
But I would say, I don't know the statistic. I'd say 90%. Okay, maybe
go
more
less.
people. Maybe more people
I'd
are
say like
homeless.
83.5.
in America.
83 and a half.
Okay, 83.5. Let's go with that. 83.5%
I mean, there's a
of
high
people.
homeless population in the United States,
But there's
bro.
probably more people that live. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
more people that have homes.
Yeah, well, just because you're homeless doesn't mean they don't have to fight for food. I mean, there are people living in homes of poverty.
We're getting deep now.
I mean,
I didn't
I'm just
want-
saying. I mean, there's families of 10 living in a one-bedroom apartment that can't feed their kids, bro. I mean, let's just talk about that. They're probably living off the government. They have food stamps.
Yeah,
What am I
they're-
talking
yeah,
about?
they're probably
They eat
fine.
better than I
They're
do.
probably fine. Steak for dinner.
Yeah.
Today's Top 5.
All right, let's get into top 5 video games. So we're going to do it different this time. We're going to talk about basically, well, we're going to do our top 5 video games, but we're going to pick them one at a time. So
And we cannot repeat.
we can't repeat. So if Josh picks one, that can't be on my top 5 list. And
I
then,
need a coin. Jake doesn't get to go first just because he's the boss of the
do
show.
either of you ladies have a coin? No. Okay, we're going to flip the SD card that's right in front of
Okay.
me.
I
So-
call sticker.
Okay. Ready?
Yep. Yes!
All right, you get to go first. Go ahead. What's
First pick
Yep.
or first video game would be God of War 5.
Well, 4. So God of War 5 isn't even a game.
It is.
No, it's not.
That's what I mean. I mean, it's so good. It's not even out yet.
God of War. I'm gonna take the non-existent video game for.
Are you sure? Because I just looked at it to
100,
make
please.
sure.
It's not. It's God of War 4. Well, technically, it's just called God of War. It's on.
It is
PlayStation
technically
4.
just called God of War, but
Yeah.
okay, whatever. The newest God of War on PS4. That's what I call for my first pick.
All right, good. And we're not doing series. We're not doing like series of video games.
No, you
correct?
can say God of War, or you can do God of War 3.
That's well. Spoiler. It's not on my list. I would just wink. All right. So with my first overall pick.
I didn't think about that one.
With my first overall pick, since we have to do one specific game, I'm gonna do Pokemon Blue.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean,
Sticking with
technically,
the Game Boy.
oh yeah, well, I mean, the reason, I mean, every single Pokemon's pretty much the same. They just kind of interchange and put new Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
But Pokemon is definitely on my number one pick, number one game overall. I mean, it has to be Red and Blue because they're the exact same
Really?
game. They're
I would
the,
say. Well, yeah. I mean,
they're
I
the
would say
exact same
Blue and
game.
Gold. I mean.
Well, no,
I really
I'm
like
saying Blue
Gold.
and Red. Those are the same. Like
They're
they have
the
two
same
Pokemon
series,
games
yeah.
that come out at the same time. So I'm going with Pokemon Blue and Red as my number one pick.
I really don't think that any of ours are gonna go like.
Stop
I
looking
can't
at my freaking
But
list.
dude, I'm not deleting any of mine. Okay, my number 2 is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay, good one.
Yeah.
Is there any reason for that?
Oh, because it was amazing. I mean, I love the game. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was
It was very revolutionary.
when I was doing these. I mean, well, there was Red Dead Redemption, the first one, but
I'm saying like because everybody played it and everybody talked about
and like
it.
it amazed me. Like I never played the first one,
Yeah.
and I had no interest in the second one. But then like when we were in that Uber X,
Yeah.
when we weren't supposed to be in Uber X, this dude's driving a Mercedes, and nothing against his skin color, but he was older, middle aged, probably in his early 50s, late 40s, African American,
Yep.
and he goes, "Dude, Red Dead Redemption 2's coming out." I'm like, "What?" what is this guy talking about this cowboy game for? And I was like, I gotta check this out. And I played it, and it was amazing. I mean, in and out, I loved it.
It's a Wild West version of Grand Theft Auto,
yeah.
which was fun because I felt bad, but sometimes I would kill my horse.
What?
Yeah.
I never did that. I cared about my horse a lot.
But you killed a lot of people.
A lot of people.
I killed a lot of people.
And also,
too. Sometimes
you
I would
didn't
just
get into it as much as I did because I beat the game.
Yeah, I
loved,
didn't.
and that's what I was trying to say was when I was picking my top 5, I would only pick games that I actually went from start to finish.
Same.
And I cared about.
And the reason that it is very, very hard for me to play a game from start to finish. My attention span I just don't.
It has to hook me, dude.
Well, yeah, same. So. Actually, there's another one that is on.
I know. I'm
on
actually, now that I said that, I'm about to
but
switch one.
My number 2
Mm-hmm.
would be Mario 3. So it's on. This is on the Nintendo system, the just normal one. It's just such a good game, man.
Everybody's favorite Mario.
But it's because it's
So
the best
cliche.
one. It is the best one. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best one. You get I forget the name, but you get the tail. You can fly.
Yeah.
Like.
No, yeah, you're
There's
the fox
isn't
or whatever.
that the first one where you can use the flute? Can't you use the flute on Super Mario 3? I think that's or is that might be Super
after
Mario
that's
World.
when they introduced his sidekick with the tail,
Yoshi.
flying tail. No,
Huh?
not Yoshi. That Mario 3, he had the tail and the hat, the ears, and
Yeah.
he could fly with his tail.
Yeah.
Then the one after that, he had a sidekick, not Yoshi, it was the fox, where the fox was your partner.
I don't remember that. I think you're making that up. Super
Actually,
Mario
no.
World was
I'm
the
actually
next one.
completely getting Sonic twisted with the
yeah,
dude with the flying
yeah,
tail.
that's Tails
Yeah,
that you're
Tails,
thinking of
yeah.
in Sonic. Is Sonic on your
Sorry,
list?
I was just playing Sonic the other day. No, it's not on my list.
All right, well,
I'd feel really dumb if that was on my list now.
so right now my list is Pokemon Blue and Red and Mario 3. What is your
God of War 4 and
one on PlayStation 4?
and Red Dead Redemption 2. And my number 3 is man, I love this game. I loved this game so much. This was honestly probably the first game on PS4 that I sat down. No, I take that back. It was not the first game on PS4. It was the second game on PS4 since something that actually didn't even make it on my top 5
Mm-hmm.
that I'm thinking about tilting to and pick 4 because you're probably not going to take it. But Uncharted 4.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Uncharted games are
amazing. Well, they're all great, but honestly, back to God of War was the first Uncharted I've ever played.
From start to finish.
Well, no, it's the first one I've ever played.
Yeah.
Ever. And then I played it from start to finish, and I loved it. And I wanted to go back and play the other ones. But just sidetrack real quick away from this, because I don't know what our time is right
We
now.
got plenty of time.
But have you ever played a game nowadays, and they used to make them back in the day? So, like, this was PS4.
Mhm.
Uncharted 3 was, I think, PlayStation 3.
Yep.
And then I think Uncharted 1 and 2 was probably PlayStation 2 or maybe
No, it was
into PlayStation 3.
They were all the first 3 were PlayStation.
They were all PlayStation 3, okay. But the graphics,
Oh yeah, they're way
they
different.
kind of kill it for
Yep.
me sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes the graphics can kill a storyline for me because they're not. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Do
absolutely.
you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just
So
want
what-
to make sure.
One on my list, I'll have to go back and play, but yes. So we've come accustomed with new ones
Yeah.
that come out to be amazing. Like
Yeah,
graphics
yeah.
wise are amazing. So when you go back, you're like,
Well, it's just like
dang,
Madden,
this
it's
just
like-
isn't as good as I
Yeah.
remember. So since you already picked one of them, I'm gonna skip my next pick as my third. So I'm gonna pick
No, what'd you scratch out?
nothing. I'm going to pick Mario Kart as my number 3.
Sticking with the Nintendo theme.
Well, my reasoning behind Mario Kart is because think of all of the racing games that have come from Mario Kart.
Yeah, Crash
like-
Team Racing.
I mean, every single Mario
Rocket
Kart
League, on my short league.
Mario-
on my short list.
Yeah, Mario Kart basically invented all of those games copied off of Mario Kart.
I mean, yeah, realistically, Mario Kart probably was the first ever racing game. And correct me, anybody that's actually still listening.
It was on Super Nintendo.
It
I know that.
probably, yeah, oh, for sure. It probably was the first ever racing game. Like, look at, they probably modeled Need for Speed after. Like, the logistics of making that racing game.
I will say this though: the one on Super Nintendo, which is the first Mario Kart,
Sucks.
It sucks.
We played
That's
that.
not the
Remember
one I'm
we
picking.
played that
The
on,
one I would pick.
We played that in Florida.
The one I would pick would be the Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah, 64.
Like, that's when Mario
64
Kart starts to get really good, and that would be my pick if I had to pick one.
I'm not gonna. Our next top 5
Yeah.
should be game systems.
Oh, are there enough?
Oh, absolutely,
Really?
dude. Between PSPs and handhelds.
Oh yeah,
and,
I guess that's true.
PS4, PS1,
Yeah,
PS2,
I guess that's true.
Xbox One.
I guess that's true.
Nintendo 64,
Yeah.
Super Nintendo. I mean, we can go on and on and on
Yeah.
and on and on. There's tons of them.
All right, so my I picked Mario Kart. What's
Okay.
your fourth pick overall?
My fourth
For
overall, I'm
yourself.
tilting hard. I know you're not going to pick the one that I was going to pick, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it because I'm sticking to games that I played through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag,
Okay.
which is going to be controversial because a
which-
lot of people actually didn't really like
a lot
that
of people
game.
like Assassin's Creed 2, which
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Dang. Assassin's Creed 2
Well,
was
I know you're not going to say it.
amazing.
You can take it, but I was actually tilted away from Metal Gear Solid.
I'm not going to take
I know
it.
you wouldn't.
Not going to take
I
it.
love that game though too, but that's not even going to be my number 5 now. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag was storyline was amazing, gameplay was amazing, pirates was amazing, doing the boat battles amazing. It was just a good game.
So, man, my issue with my number 4 overall pick for myself is there are so many PlayStation exclusives that I played all the way through that I absolutely love, and it's hard for me to pick one. I think I know what I'm
stay
gonna do.
pretty close to PlayStation because we are PlayStation guys right now.
Yeah. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick.
Oh, you just scratched out number 3.
No, because
Because you're number 4. Oh man, you are tilting
tilted.
hard.
I
Are you
tilted.
about to go Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna go with Batman: Arkham Asylum.
Really?
You've never played it. It's one of the best games I've ever played.
You've never played it? I never played it.
No, you've never played it. I'm going with Batman: Arkham Asylum. It's basically.
Did you just think of that on top of your cusp?
I thought of that. No, I thought of that earlier. It's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. It's just so good, man. It's so good. So I'm going with Batman: Arkham Asylum as my number 4. The reason, so it's basically you are Batman, but it's like the most Batman game that you can possibly play. So like, you're in Arkham Asylum. The Joker is running everything, so you have to go through all of these different things to get to the Joker and fight the Joker, and it's just it's
Yeah.
amazing.
It sounds good.
I think I have it actually.
You're a big Batman
on,
guy.
on
So
PlayStation 3.
my number 5, and this is gonna be kind of a cliche one, and I'm not. I know I just said we were PlayStation guys, but this is actually an Xbox game.
Okay.
And I did not play this game through and through, but this was the first game where I was like a hardcore online gamer. When I first got my Xbox, not Xbox One, the original Xbox, and they had, for the first time ever, online gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
Halo. Multiplayer.
That's a great choice.
Hands down.
That's a great choice.
Dude, get off school, go home, play Halo.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was all I did. It was amazing.
So you didn't end up picking Call of Duty.
No, it's on my short list. I left it there.
Dick, I was going to pick it.
Well, you still have one
No,
more
I'm
pick.
just kidding. I'm not going to use that with my last pick. My last pick is so this is what we were talking about. When you go back to play something that you loved at one point, but you go back to play it, and the graphics just aren't as good as you remember, so it's a little harder to play. And that's The Last of Us. I know you just recently played through it.
Well, I mean, I played it, but I did play all the way through it. It was a great game.
But the reason this is number 5 on my list, it's so freaking good because
They did a great job
I've-
remastering that.
They
It was
did,
great.
They did.
It was
I've
great.
never played a game other than that to where I was so like scared when I was playing.
Really.
Oh my gosh, when you get into like deeper into the game and you're trying to work through, and they can literally
Resident Evil scared me way more, that's on my short list.
They-
Dude, Resident
the-
Evil would scare. I
the-
would have nightmares playing that game.
I never had nightmares, but by scared I meant like my heart was pumping.
Oh, yeah.
Like because I'm trying to beat this level and this mission, and it was hard because you have to
Yeah,
you
a
have
lot
to
of
fight
them are
all these
hard.
zombies
Yeah.
where there's a ton of them. You can't make any noise,
You
and
have to
then
be
you
like
also
super
have,
strategic about how you're going to do it. Who
plus
you're going to
there's
take out
people
first.
that you have to fight
Yeah.
on top of the and it's crazy. Plus the storyline for a game on PlayStation 3 was so far, above anything else that was out at that time. And God of War had come out, and so did Uncharted, which PlayStation was killing it at that time, and they still are. But
No, of course.
man,
Anybody that
that's
plays
my
Xbox
number
sucks.
5. Yeah.
So you want to recap and then go through the short list, or
Yeah,
do
let-
you even have a short list?
No, I do have a short list. Let's go ahead and recap. So for me, I had Pokemon Blue and Red. 2 was Mario 3. Number 3 was Mario Kart. Number 4 was Batman Arkham Asylum. And number 5 was The Last of Us.
My number 1 was the newest God of War. Then 2 was Red Dead Redemption 2. Ironically, my number 2. And then 3, Uncharted 4. 4, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And then my last and final pick was the original Halo on Xbox.
That's your oldest. You have a lot of new games
I know.
on there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could have went older, but
True.
I mean, my short list was still pretty new, except for one of them. And actually, you're gonna laugh at one of my short list. Well, I put Division 2.
Yep.
That was an amazing game. Also, very
Really
new.
better than The Division?
Very, very, very much better than the first
I was
one.
way more addicted to the first
And then Call of Duty Black Ops.
one. Okay.
And then I put Resident Evil, and I'm not talking about one of the newer. I'm talking PlayStation 2
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Yep.
And then Rocket League.
Okay. Rocket League's a good one. My short list is Pac-Man.
As my wife is saying, Crash Team Racer.
My Pac-Man, Donkey Kong Country, Horizon Zero Dawn, and that's pretty much my short list. I didn't write too much
Yeah.
else other than
Well, I
that.
mean, really, like, one of my all-time favorite games was, God, I was trying to make a joke and I forgot. Tapper. I always liked going to the arcade when I was young.
Yeah,
It was a nickel to play.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I was running up and down trying to serve those people drinks and clean up the glasses.
Yep.
Every time we go to 16-bit, that's what we play.
We do play that because that's pretty
Yeah.
much all that's left available.
Yeah,
Everything
pretty
else
much.
is taken. All right, you have anything else that you would like to talk about?
Oh, that's it for me.
So today's going to be a short episode. We're going to be a little less than 30 minutes. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Gear Supply Company.
Yeah.
Do you
Supplying
have
us all the gear that we use during the
Yep.
show, besides all the
And-
electronical stuff.
Yeah.
Pins, papers, knives,
Yep.
watches.
Yep.
Got one on. Not from Gear Supply, but we will soon have Casio.
So do you have like a date that you're thinking
Shooting for the 19th
of this month?
this week.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's what, Friday?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be out there to spend my
So
hard-earned
that anybody
money.
that sees this before the 19th, don't wait. Just come on in. Go ahead and window shop. Pick out what you want.
Yeah.
Come back in whether we're ready or not. I'm going to start selling stuff on the 19th. I've already actually sold my first product.
Nice.
That was a Boker grooming kit.
Nice. Well, I'm going to get me another watch, possibly a rainbow pen.
Yeah, I know you're dying to get
Dude, I love that rainbow
pen.
pen. It doesn't need to be a gay thing.
It's not gay.
Well, I support it anyway, but
It's
I just
actually
like
a big thing in like
I
the
just like
car
the-
world. It's
yeah.
like rainbow.
I just like rainbow.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right, that'll do it. This has been J&J Adventures. Please, everybody,
Come on.
stay safe.
Thanks for letting me do that time.
You're welcome.